I joined Project Voice because I wanted to gain more leadership skills and be a better person for my community.
Like when I got here, I didn't realize that it was something that I needed right now until it was.
I think that the youth learning about youth-adult dynamics and facilitating skills help them confront systemic change. Youth have the power to do what they need and what they want, and that they are change makers, and that they are going to be the future generation who will change the world, because it'll be their world to grow up and live in.
I think it teaches us a lot about what's happening in society today and the things that we have to deal with.
As a student, I know how it is in schools, and I wanted to do something to change that, and it evolved into wanting to help the entire community.
By giving them the resources that were stripped from them in the first place, and helping them realize their own self-worth and self-potential so that they can do all the things that they need and want to do.
Their voice is important, and no one can take the power of their voice away from them. Youth are huge participants in society, and oftentimes they don't even get the chance to speak how they feel.
So when you're doing youth research from a youth perspective, you get those questions that you never thought of, like how does mental health affect, grades or dropout rates or things like that.
But it also teaches us about ourselves and how we can really shine through and use our voice through different things like poetry and art and music.
And it offers youth the agency to take control of their own lives. It allows them to challenge the status quo as well.
Especially because we aren't taught that in school. We aren't taught how to email people. We aren't taught how to talk to adults with very high places of power, different things like that. And we aren't taught how to be in the space while also still holding true to ourselves and not letting ourselves be overwhelmed with what we think we should or how other people think we should be.
Just being able to notice that on a daily basis, especially with microaggressions and having those lenses on at all times.
Not only does it help us push out of our comfort zones, but it also helps us communicate with each other, learn things like what oppression is, and learn about each other, most importantly.
I feel like that's the biggest goal, is for youth to feel like they have community.
They give them a space to not only use their voice, but to develop it.
So that we can feel empowered to do the things that we want to do and make the change that we want to make.
And I think that creates power in having youth kind of be experts and be able to share whatever they learn at Project Voice with their community.
It's really interesting to open my mind again more and think about things in a very different way than I normally do. And I feel like I've learned so much from it, and it was a very unexpected coincidence, I guess.